O.C.G, and I'm here doing a stream for Emily. Shout out Mordor, give me the year edition. Hello, Emily.
In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie. It was here, on the slopes of Mount Doom, that the Dark Lord Sauron was defeated by a last alliance of men and elves. It is here that for 2,500 years the Rangers of Gondor stood watch, guarding against a nameless threat they had all but forgotten. And while the strength of Gondor faded, the power and malice of Sauron grew in darkness. He has returned to Mordor. Shadow and flame have fallen on the Black Gate, and no mortal man can stand in its path.
You're... Dear Iron!
Oh, that's cool. Have you ever watched The Boys, Emily? You know what's crazy? The same guy that voices Talion is the guy who voices Joel in Last of Us.
Perfect swing for killing chicken. Wouldn't want to hurt you. It'll take a lot more than that. Dear Hyle, the mighty chicken killer. Come on. Come on. Show your father what you have, huh?
You'll have to hit harder if you want to best your father.
Hard enough?
son. Don't forget to block.
Perhaps you shall forget to hit.
Stay alert, dear Hire. Your enemy will not always be as he appears.
Easy, son. You're not a soldier yet.
I'll have your guts.
I'm all right.
I love the rain effects in this game. This game has some of my favorite rain effects.
Remember your training!
It's very thick and heavy, and you can actually see it jostling off his outfit when he runs. That's not something you see a lot.
Stand fast, dear Hire. Remember, son, lunge deep and cut deeper.
These orcs are much stronger than any we've ever seen.
They're not orcs, they're Oryx. They're far worse. There's too many. Go find your mother. Go find your mother. Keep her safe. I'll be right behind you. Go.
I love the way this game goes. The opening goes, where he's sitting there recalling how it shows his life when he was good, and then shows it getting fucked up.
You are banished from death.
Yeah, it became a meme. Wall and stealth press square to kiss your wife.
Happy anniversary, my love.
Alien, this is beautiful. Where did you find it?
I still have a few friends left in Gondor.
Did you talk to my father?
Yes, I did. And nothing has changed. He's still very stubborn.
I say we go anyway.
Dear High will not come willingly.
There must be a better life than this.
Not now. But soon.
I'm just so tired of hiding here, Talion.
Shh. We must hide now, or we are both dead. Come on.
We should have left when we had the chance.
Don't move. I'll clear a path. I'm outnumbered. Stealth is my only advantage. Stop feasting!
Put the sword down, Ranger.
The Black
I want him alive! Nora! Take her!
There's 60 years between The Hobbit. There's 60 years between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and this takes place right after the end of The Hobbit. So, like, immediately. And I'll explain to you the lore, the extended lore you may not know in a bit.
Father! I'm right here, son. I'm right here.
We'll be together, my love. Soon. Forever.
Come back to me, Elf Lord.
What is this place?
See for yourself. Now, do you believe me, Ranger?
What has happened to me?
You are banished from death. Cast adrift between the worlds of light and dark. Curse binds us together within the walls of Ardar.
If what you say is true, then how do we break this curse?
We find the one who cast it on us. The Black Hand of Sauron. This looks familiar.
I have a little tiny replica of his hammer.
Talion killed a nobleman, Yorith. His life now belongs to Gondor.
Father, if you turn my love in, I shall swear I killed Lord Asgon when he attacked me. We shall...
3 or 4. Throughout the years.
So, we missed one of you at Narcos, eh? An easy mistake to fix.
You will suffer for what you've done!
Go back to him. What do you know of the Black Hand of Sauron?
He is a fiend. Made of thin air.
What more?
A slave I had. Swears he fought him. I sold him for a keg of grog to Gimu the slaver.
That is where we have to go.
If one can trust an orc.
Trust has nothing to do with it. His thoughts cannot lie.
Anyway, I know you've seen Lord of the Rings. Have you seen The Hobbit? The Hobbit movies?
The world is changed. Nothing makes sense.
Nothing has changed. This is how it will be. The future and the past are linked in darkness.
I don't understand why.
Okay, well, okay, so I can explain a little bit here.
And I can't remember. Let's go find the slaver. His mind may provide.
You know how in The Hobbit, how they talked about how Mirkwood was cursed by the necromancer?
What you wasting time thinking about that stuff? It's not like you.
My ancestral doom. Right.
Well, yeah, so in The Hobbit, you know, Mirkwood is all fucked up because of the necromancer. The necromancer is Sauron. After he was originally beaten at the Battle of the Last Stand that you see at the beginning of The Lord of the Rings. And Isildur took the ring from him. His spirit wasn't vanquished, but it was weakened. So he went to Mirkwood. And that's why Mordor became safe to inhabit. For, like they said, for like 2,000 years. Because he wasn't there. But in parallel to the events of The Hobbit, I'm sure, okay, you may not remember much of the details, but if you remember, Gandalf leaving in The Hobbit, he's gone for a long stretch of time, then he comes back. Yeah, well, that was him. In the extended fiction you learn, there's a whole short story about it called The Quest for Erebor, where Gandalf, Galadriel, and Saruman go and rout the Necromancer out of Dol Guldur. And that's why he isn't around for large swaths of The Hobbit. Because while he's in the middle of trying to help with the quest, he learns that a much bigger thing is going on. Yeah, so much. First thing I do when I play this game is unlock the towers, because it shows you where shit is on the map. It's just handy to have. But what you see at the beginning of this game, with the shadow seeping over the walls, that is right after The Hobbit, with Sauron returning to Mordor. after he was fucked off as a necromancer, he decided to make the final push for the ring and come back as Sauron, like he was hiding under another guise. And they all knew about the necromancer. They had no idea he was Sauron until Gandalf ran into him in Mirkwood. He's a wraith.
These towers reach from yesterday to tomorrow.
His name is Celebrimbor. He's the one who forged the rings. Sauron killed him. Sauron made the one ring. Celebrimbor made all the others. And after he, no. Talion is still mortal. He's kept alive because his spirit is bound to Celebrimbor's. As they show in this game and in Shadow of War, if Celebrimbor were to ever leave Talion, he would immediately die. Like the wound on his throat reopens. So he's not technically a wraith. It's more like his form is being sustained by a wraith. And it's like a symbiotic partnership. All the, shadow wraith shit that you see Celebrimbor doing, he needs a conduit into our realm to do that. So Celebrimbor keeps Talion alive. Talion allows Celebrimbor to exert influence on the mortal world again. And not just be a ghost who can't touch anything. And the reason why you saw him kill his family is because that was how Sauron killed Celebrimbor. It wasn't any sacrifice. It had to be something that reminded Celebrimbor. Something that draw the two. A parallel. After Celebrimbor made the rings, Sauron killed him, but not before killing his wife and son in front of him. Because he was a sadistic fuck. So, because they both suffered such a similar loss, they were able to meet. That's why it's like, whoa, why didn't somebody revive Celebrimbor? It had to be the right situation in the right place. And most people forgot that Celebrimbor even existed. Because remember, this is like 2,000 years later. Their pain and suffering, their shared pain and suffering, is what allowed them to make this link. Like, Celebrimbor couldn't just go to anybody.
Mordor takes Eldar shape.
And what I love so much about this game is they add a lot to the lore of J.R.R. Tolkien, but it all colors within the lines. They may add to the lore, but they try to do it in a tasteful way that sits within the established bounds. Celebrimbor never came back to life in J.R.R. Tolkien's works, but he did die. He was killed that way. He did make the rings. And the precedent set where people who were involved with the rings could become wraiths, and their spirit would rest. So Saint Celebrimbor, the person who made the rings, who was killed in an incredibly gruesome way, couldn't rest. Is a logical conclusion to make. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. And they were very careful with all the lore in this game to do all of that and keep it within the context. So even when they invent new characters and new things, they still fit into the laws of the universe, and it's something that makes reasonable sense.
Like hands of silver spread through Sauron's land. The darkness.
And that's why, you can tell that these games were done with reverence for Lord of the Rings, whereas like the Rings of Power, it adds new shit, but it's just shit. Because they don't give a fuck about Lord of the Rings. You can tell the people who made this game are fans of Lord of the Rings. They wanted to put their own mark on it, but they still did it with respect and reverence to the source material. And the whole thing about him being the necromancer, him leaving and him coming back, is a real fucking thing that happened. And Rangers of Gondor, were posted in Mordor. Remember, for 2,000 years, Mordor was a perfectly safe place to live in. People had families there. And Mordor was a province of Gondor. And by the time that this came around, it was 2,000 years later, so Mordor was down to a fucking skeleton crew. So, it totally makes sense that Talion, a ranger of Gondor, would be in Mordor, that he would have a family there. And that by the time this shit happened, it was more of a symbolic position because it had been so long they thought he was never coming back.
A citadel from the ancient world. Secrets seen only by my eyes.
Okay, I think that's all. Yeah, okay, that's all the towers. See, now it shows me helpful shit, so it's helpful in whittling that shit down. Because this time I'm going to aim to get the platinum for this game. Obviously it's going to take me a bit, but I'll pick away at it. So everything in this game is done reasonably, with respect to the source material. And I just wish that, like, more people could understand that. Shit, hold on. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with adding to an existing story, as long as you do it with reverence and respect for the original shit. And that's so often not what they fucking do. I'm gonna let myself fail. I'm trying to do the bonus objective. You don't have to. It just gives you a extra reward. And right in the beginning of the game, it's really helpful. 2014. So this game is 11 years old now. Which is crazy to think of. Fucked. Oh yeah, no, it does. Yeah, it does. Especially, this game, like, literally, within I'm gonna say the first year of PS4 and Xbox One, so the start of the last console generation, it still looks great, yeah. Like, they still hadn't even really tapped into the power of PS4, When you're still making a console, it's early. Sorry, I'm just trying to do it a particular way so I can get the bonus objective. Some of these are tricky and take multiple tries. You have to shoot for those orcs in one burst of focus, which requires your shots to be really clustered together. Okay, here we go. Shit! So like, and that's the thing about this game that I like, and also kind of sucks. Hold on, let me see. Upgrades. Can I afford any upgrades? Because if I can just afford a little more focus, it should help me. Yeah. Yep. Boom. Okay, I should get it now. Now I'll just let the timer run out, and then I'll restart. I almost did it before, so with an upgrade in my focus, I should clear it no problem. Okay. Fuck! The hit detection was kind of iffy. Like, I swear I should have hit that third one. Motherfucker.
That's the Ranger! He's up there!
Yeah. The shaking. Oh, God. Well, see, that's the thing. I know you're not up to the lore. That's where my expertise comes in, and I can tell you. Son of a whore! That last fucking shot literally came as it left focus. Fuck. And if you do these missions and you don't get the bonus objectives, you can't redo them to get the extra reward. Otherwise, I'd be like, oh, I'll come back later. But if you complete without getting the bonus objective, you're not getting that bonus ever. But yeah, this game, the thing about this game that I love and hate is at the beginning of this game, you're super fucking weak. But by the end of it, you're almost fucking unstoppable. Oh, I did it. Holy shit, okay. We're good to go. Like, it really handles that escalation of power. From the beginning, oh my god, what am I gonna do? To the end, they're trapped in here with me. Fuck you. Boom. Mm-hmm. I love how his dagger, I don't know if you noticed this, but his dagger, is his son's sword that was broken. So he keeps his son's sword with him always. It's just a really nice touch in both games. I remember, don't worry, worry. How could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time we ever met. But I know the reason why you keep your silence, sir. No need to fool me, and the pain's too gross. No stranger to you and me. Yeah. That's what he wants, though. He wants to die. He just wants to be with his family.
All the blacksmith's been doing lately is fixing old weapons. That blood should spend time making new ones that last longer. Maybe we should go sharpen our blades on his hide. Someone's sneaking about. Someone's killed him.
Yeah, fucking Detective of the Year over here. Fucking Sherlock. Oi! I think someone killed him! Well, what gave it away? Was it his disemboweled body? The fact that he fell 5 stories? He's not currently talking? Well, they didn't breed Orkai for their fucking intelligence, so... And all the places that you see in this game are actual places they talked about in the lore of Middle-earth. Like Dirthing.
Keep him off balance.
Shit. It's a real place. That, well, you know, not real. I'm saying it's really a part of the books. They've described it.
There's been more shrub going on in Europe. But it's enslaved running amok of it. And we're gonna get sent there to hell. What was that? I've got better things to do than march.
Or like, you know, one of the side quests is collecting weeds. Those are also real shit. Like, just tiny details that they got right, because they clearly gave a shit. And if we had more people that gave a shit like them, we would not have so many terrible fucking adaptations, I swear to God.
Stupid tarts are afraid of the dark. They can't scare me. If they could see what's going on in Barad. Ha! You're used! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Oh my God, I'm so fucked.
must have missed
Oh, God.
maggot like you, but I'll soon fix that.
See, that's the thing. There's a heavy degree of luck in this game. To a certain extent. Because the orcs that you get are randomized each playthrough. They draw from millions of potential lists. And where they are is also randomized. So you might be doing a mission like this and draw the shit into the stick and get like 10 named fucking orcs that make your mission way, way fucking harder than it needs to be. I think they said there's like millions of potential orcs. Nah, fuck, I died. I gotta redo this mission. There's millions of potential orcs.
I am striking you down. You are nothing.
There's millions of potential orcs, and then they respond to your actions. If you notice, like, you kill you hurt an orc one way, he comes back, he's afraid of this, he's afraid of that. So, because of the millions of possibilities of orcs, the different orc tribes, orcs having different strengths and weaknesses, and orcs responding to their battles with you, there's lots of variables. No playthrough is ever going to have the same orcs.
What are these towers of silver?
They are lights to guide us in the land of shadow, where all other lights may fail. Pale reflections of the light of the two trees, and memories of a lost kingdom.
Alright, let's try to do that again and not fucking fuck up. I almost did it. And the Nemesis system is something that no other game has. And I'm actually really excited because the team that made these two games is actually now working on a Wonder Woman game. And it's not based on a movie or any movie or anything like that. It's based off the comic books. It's set in Themyscira, the world of the Amazons, and the Greek mythology, not in modern times. And it's going to have gameplay similar to this. And it's going to have the Nemesis system in it. So think of like a Shadow War, but with Wonder Woman in the world of Greek mythology. And that is a super fucking rad idea. I hope so. It's been in development for many years. Since at least 2020. So the game's been in development for at least 5 fucking years. So hopefully it'll come out soon. But, you know, it's this team. It's gonna have similar gameplay, climbing, running. And when you think about it, it honestly makes sense because, like, so much of this game fits perfectly with Wonder Woman. She's an Amazon. Running, jumping, climbing is her shit. She's an Amazon. She's great at archery. Wonder Woman also has super strength. Maybe not the same powers, but she's not a mortal, you know, person. So it's like, so many of the cool things in this game carry over to Wonder Woman, like a natural extension. And it's, remember, the actual Wonder Woman in the comic books is hanging out with Greek gods. In the comic books, her biggest enemy is Ares, the fucking god of war. So we're not just going to see Wonder Woman, we're going to see Wonder Woman interacting with the fucking Greek gods. Like, there's so much potential there. You know, and it's not based off of a fucking movie. So they have almost 100 years of Wonder Woman comic books to draw from for inspiration. And, you know, Wonder Woman has been around for such a long time, but we've never had a good Wonder Woman game. Like, ever. So, you know, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Pegasus actually is in that. 1 second. Hello? Yeah, just give me a little bit and I will. Give me like 30 minutes. Alright, Mom, I love you. Bye. No, but I need to start drinking coffee, honestly. Why?
Now I'm begging a man for help.
I like coffee. I just don't get the chance to drink it, but it's probably a cheaper solution to my caffeine itch at Monsters, so I might start getting into coffee. Everybody deserves one vice, and it was either that or heroin, so... Besides, heroin's not a good idea. It didn't work so well last time. Cocaine! Well, you know what they say. Crack is whack, cocaine's the real drug.
Someone's sneaking about.
I hope eventually you'll be able to see me play Shadow War. I know you love Shadow of Mordor, but Shadow War is just so much better in every fucking way. Like, it's what a good sequel should be. It is like a quantum leap in quality. And that's not saying this game is bad, but I'm saying Shadow of War is just so much fucking better that it makes this game feel like a test run. You can tell they were trying to figure out what this was, and then with Shadow of War, you know, with Shadow of Mordor done, they had gotten it all out of the way, and they knew, so they were just able to endlessly fucking refine on that formula. You know, and this game was made by a company, believe it or not, that had never made a third-person game. The company that made this game, Monolith, specialized in first-person shooters and linear. So, when they made this game, they were pretty much making as opposite of a game you could make, going from first-person linear to third-person open world, and a shooter to a game that's predominantly melee. So, you know, as good as this game was, there was growing pains. But it's like with Shadow of War, they got that shit down, and it's like the story, the parkour, the orc system, the nemesis system, the upgrades, like, it's like this game walked so Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War could fucking run. It's so fucking great, and I like this game, don't get me wrong. But Shadow of War, I would honestly say, is one of my favorite games of all time fucking ever. Like, it's almost perfect. And I'm not going to spoil the story, but there's parts of the story that would make you squeal like a little fucking girl.
Ranger! So, there's at least one of you maggots still running around here, huh? Well, me and my lads will soon put that right.
Yes, from excitement. Shadow of War has one of the single greatest twists fucking ever. That not just is like a big plot twist, it flips the fucking game on its head and opens up a whole new set of powers. I mean, I could tell you if you really want to know. I mean, I still think it'll excite you. Maybe it'll tantalize you. So, what's the point?
I wish that.
Okay. Like it would make you, it'll make you fucking giddy. The first time I got to that part in Shadow of War, I was like, no fucking way. Like I actually had to put the controller down and like, what? And the fact that it's not just like a throwaway twist. Oh god, it's not just a plot twist. Like a good plot twist is good. It changes the gameplay forever. In a good way. Like it's not just a plot thing. Like you feel the ramifications of that twist in the gameplay from that point forward. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great feeling. And it is, like I said, I played a million games, Emily, and it's got to be one of the greatest fucking twists of all time ever. In any video game I've ever played. It's that fucking good. My dad, he's really, 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 really good at guessing plot twists in games and movies and shit. It's irritating how often he's right. He'll watch a movie for 5 minutes and he'll get the twist. He did not see the fucking twist coming. And he was like, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay, let me get back on track. Yeah, I'm doing the missions to reforge the shit. They give you tons of rewards that are useful in this part of the game, and that's how you get the better versions of the weapons, so there's some, you should always do the weapon. Yeah.
I see it. Yes. Do I have to chop
No, I have not.
to stop you running away again? You! Sauron has returned, and your kind are no longer welcome in Mordor.
When I originally got Shadow of War, and I played it, I played it on Xbox, didn't have plats, that's why. Because I pretty much got 100% completion in Shadow of War. And there was also some online stuff. You have to, in order to get everything, you have to share your orcs online.
weapon drills aren't as much fun as killing slaves, but they'll keep you alive.
Thank you.
You can actually share your orcs online and have it go into other people's worlds and vice versa. Which is cool, but it also means you need PS Plus for shit like that. Which at the time I didn't have. Well, I mean, I don't have it now.
We're free!
Sweet ability point. This for Durhal, you motherfucker! Unlocks a rune slot, unlocks a rune slot. Increases your maximum health shot. Yeah, let's get that. Get the first, get a new rune slot. I love how they actually see the runes on the weapon. So when you unlock a new rune, you actually see it being inscribed in the weapon. Just a nice touch. My tribute to you! I offer you a tribute of Shanks to my goth mistress.
Any of you get a whiff of that stench wafting about camp? Smells like cannibal blood. That's me with him. I killed one of them, running all over me. Why do so many slaves beg for their lives? They're just trying to make it as a god, so they can escape. Oh, they've been cooking up a right old storm the past few days. After a battle, I am food and more. Instead, we get nothing but a lot of noise from the boss. You'll get a lot more nothing if you get more about it.
Fuck.
I don't like the beacon.
Man, not a big deal. I can just go restart mission.
Send up the beacon.
Send up the beacon! Light the beacons! Gunner calls for aid!
They've got a stew with real meat in it. I wonder where it came from. You don't want to know. Don't even think about it.
I don't have to get all the bonus stuff. I want to get all the bonus stuff, just as a matter of course. Because I love this game. And I'm a fucking G. And also I have an obsessive compulsive disorder that makes me want to get everything done and check everything off the list. For some of them it does. It just depends. You don't have to do all the bonus objectives, but you do have to do some. What? I was detected? What the fuck was that? What do you mean I was detected? I cleared... Well... What a fucking bitch. Oh, well. Your mom was fucking detected. In my bedroom! You see that shit, Echo? It's crazy.
Our archers can kill from so far away, their targets is dead before we even seize it.
You know, she does sometimes. I don't know what catches her eye. Sometimes she really likes it, sometimes she doesn't watch. I think right now she just wants more scritches. That's her main focus. And when she comes up here and she starts pawing me, she's like, hey, fucker. Pay attention to me, motherfucker! I'm not gonna pet myself!
Can always taste blood and I'm telling you. I thought I heard something.
My dad calls her a little smoke shadow.
Did you hear that?
Boy, Governor, did you hear that? If I'm Aaron, what I think I'm Aaron, it ain't good. Yeah, my dad's a clever guy when he wants to be. Sometimes a little too clever for his own good. Blam! I'll do one more of these and then I have to go to the store. I was going to go to the store before when I told you, and then my mom was doing her medicine. And set up her medicine, and I'm like, hey, can you hurry up so I can go to the store? And she's being pissy, so I'm like, I'll just come back later. And that's when I just said, okay. So I've been waiting for her to get done. If you're still available, I can come back and play more. If you can fit me into a schedule.
Someone's sneaking about.
Ah, god damn it. Yeah, I gotta run out of the area now because I failed the optional objective. Fuck a duck. I'll fuck all the ducks that I want to fuck. Okay? I'll fuck them all. I'll fuck all the ducks. Nary a single duck shan't remain unmolested. Do ducks have cloacas? I don't know. Honestly, never spent much time thinking about duck anatomy. What? Ah, see?
Too much bother. You pay next time.
See what I mean? When I say, like, how the random shit can fuck you, or I just failed that optional objective because it so happened there was a captain there that couldn't instantly self-assassinate. Yeah, but it's also frustrating when you fuck up and lose a mission due to something that you didn't do that's the game. Like, it's one thing when I fail and it's my fault, it's another thing when the game's like, nah, fuck you. Oh, come on! You motherfuckers! Oh, God. You know, every time I think... I start to forget how fucking dark you are. You say some shit like that, and I'm like, oh, wow, this bitch is really fucking dark.
What's in these barrels anyway?
Which I was just saying that, I was just fucking with you. Yeah, but you thought about it, didn't you? Didn't you?
Well, I hope you're right.
Well, I said bitch, and I didn't want you to be offended by that. That was the part I thought you might take umbrage to. I wanted to make sure you knew that I was saying that in jest.
That blacksmith will fix me weapons properly. Because he don't know how. Nah, quit complaining and do something about it. Or I'll tell him what to do. Just hear something.
Sometimes I say things and they come out harsher from my mouth than they sounded in my head.
Wait! I smell something.
And I usually, like, if you notice, like, when we text and stuff, when I talk and Discord, I say LOL a lot, and I use a lot of emojis. And it's not because I like using emojis. I just had a lot of instances where people did not understand that I was joking. I thought it was perfectly evident that I was joking, and then other people didn't, and it caused me a lot of hardship and confusion. So I'd rather spam LOL and emojis and all that shit to let people know that I'm fucking around than for them to think I'm actually being serious and have their feelings hurt.
There's a war king on his way, and he's a real piece of work. Saw him fighting once, and he killed everything in his path. Good. He'll be able to get rid of that stinking talk once and for all.
Exactly. That's why, you know, I'd rather spam a laughing emoji and let you know I'm joking. Boom. Alright, I'm gonna end this part and go to the store. I'll be back. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna end this part and I'll be back pretty soon. Otherwise, my mom's gonna get pissed if I dally anymore. Peace out.